Hello, I am 7230355 Kelvin Paul Paramasivan from Dua DPP. This is my video assignment for the course DMB 2723 Pengurusan Strategik. The movie that I chose to talk about for this assignment is called The Departed. It is a crime-themed movie about the police and organized crime in a city. The movie follows two main characters, Billy and Colin. Frank Costello, who is the head of crime in the city, took care of Colin since he was a little boy, so because of that, Colin grew up to work under him. Colin, who is still working under Frank Costello, is now a police officer and is working as a double agent for Frank's criminal organization, helping Frank gain information and staying away from the police. Next, our main character, Billy Costigan, who just graduated from the police academy and has been selected to join the Special Investigation Unit. This is because he is tied to the Costigan crime family. So because of this, the police believe he can be sent in as an undercover agent and work for the police as a sleeper agent. Now I'm going to talk about the strategies used by Colin to gain information for Frank. Firstly, to get promoted within the Special Investigation Unit faster, Colin solves crimes with the help of Frank. For example, after a murder, Colin calls up Frank and Frank lets him know that there is a gun near the crime scene, which has fake fingerprints on them, helping Colin to capture a random person, framing him for the murder of the person. Following this, Colin gets promoted and is made to lead this internal investigation within the police station to find out who is the leak for Frank Costello. Colin is now tracing communications using his police tech and access to analyze phone records and trace any unrecognized numbers that may have been contacting the police. He becomes suspicious when he can't find Billy's identity. His file is missing and no trace exists of him in the police system, making him more suspicious of Billy being the undercover agent for the police. Now I'm going to talk about how Billy infiltrated Frank Costello's criminal organization. Firstly, to build a cover that is no more a cop, Billy gets accused of a fake crime and goes to jail on purpose to build cover and stays in jail for a certain period of time. Following his release from prison, Billy meets up with his cousin Sean Costigan, who is a drug dealer, and starts dealing drugs with him to build up even more cover that he is no more a police officer. After doing drug deals for a while with his cousin, he catches the attention of Frank Costello, who sees Billy as someone who is trustworthy and reliable. But after finding out that he was an ex-police officer, Frank decides to interrogate Billy before recruiting him into his organization as his underman.
Queen and are you still a cop? No! 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 Swear on your mother's grave you're still not a cop! I am not a fucking cop!
Following this, Billy gains Frank's trust by committing violent crimes and participating in illegal activities. After gaining Frank's trust, he is made one of his undermen and is directly following Frank everywhere. After this, Billy starts secretly reporting back to the police. He sends real-time tips during operations, helping the police get closer without exposing himself. Following that, Billy also starts monitoring and following Frank. At one point, Billy secretly follows Frank and gathers evidence of his meeting with Colin. This moment is crucial because it helps Billy realize that Colin is the spy within the police department feeding information to Frank. Towards the end of the movie, a deal is set up for Frank and his crew to pick up drugs in a remote area. Billy tips off the police and they prepare for a sting operation to take down Frank Costello for once and for all. Colin gets word of it and tries to warn Frank, but doesn't know who the undercover agent is. The operation begins, being led by Captain Queenan and Sergeant Elleberry, the only two people that know Billy is an undercover agent working for the police. In the end, the operation is a success for the police, as they get to kill and capture all of Frank's men. As for Frank himself, he died in the shootout with the police and his gang. Following the death of Frank, Colin realizes that Billy is the undercover agent working for the police. He then has Billy and Captain Queenan killed. Colin had both of them killed because, with Billy dead, he wouldn't be able to reveal his identity as the undercover spy working for Frank Costello. And Colin had Captain Queenan killed because, with him dead, Colin can frame Captain Queenan as the spy working for Frank Costello, thus clearing his own name, making Colin a hero within the police force. But in the end, Billy thought further, where he revealed Colin's identity to Sergeant Elleberry, thus making him the only person to know that Colin is the actual undercover agent working for Frank Costello. And then the movie ends with Sergeant Elleberry killing Colin in his own house, thus avenging Captain Queenan and Billy.
Okay.